Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at the Zolykool A2, a budget-friendly smartphone aimed at a very specific audience. This isn't your flagship killer, and it's not trying to be. It's targeting those who need a simple, affordable device, perhaps as a backup, for an elderly relative or even a child's first phone. So, let's dive in and see if it hits the mark. Right off the bat, the Zolykool A2 is clearly designed for simplicity. The 6-inch display is a decent size for media consumption and general use, and the matte texture on the back should provide a good grip. It's running Android 10, which is a bit dated but functional. A key point to note here is that the system cannot be upgraded, so you're stuck with what you get. They've included an eye care mode, which is a thoughtful touch, especially considering their target demographic. Performance-wise, this phone is definitely not for power users or gamers. With only 2 GB of RAM and a non-upgradable Android 10 system, expect some limitations. Multitasking will likely be a struggle, and demanding apps might not run smoothly. The 16 GB of internal storage is also quite limited, although you can expand it with a microSD card up to 256 GB. Just remember, the operating system takes up a chunk of that initial 16 GB. The camera setup is basic, with an 8MP rear camera and a 5MP front camera. Don't expect stunning photos, but they should be adequate for casual snapshots and video calls. The 3000 mAh battery should get you through a day of light use, but lacks fast charging. Be prepared for a charging time of over 2 hours. One crucial aspect to consider is the Zolykool A2's limited carrier compatibility. It's designed for T-Mobile's 4G network and won't work with any CDMA carriers or even some GSM carriers like AT&T or Cricket. Double-check your carrier compatibility before you buy, as this is a major limiting factor. Also, no SIM card is included in the package. So, who is this phone actually for? Zolykool themselves point out that it's not for gamers, heavy users, or those seeking top-tier performance. It's positioned as a backup phone, a device for the elderly, or a simple starter phone for a child. In those contexts, the Zolykool A2 might make sense. It's affordable, simple to use, and offers the basic functionalities of a smartphone. However, even within that niche, there are other options to consider. If you need a backup phone, there are slightly older, more powerful devices available for a similar price. For an elderly person or a child, a simpler feature phone might be a better fit, depending on their needs. Ultimately, the Zolykool A2 is a niche device. It's not trying to compete with the big players, and it shouldn't be judged by those standards. If you're looking for a truly basic, no-frill smartphone on a tight budget and are a T-Mobile customer, it might be worth considering. Just be aware of its limitations and manage your expectations accordingly. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Zolykool A2. Is this a phone you consider? And as always, thanks for watching.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.